Okay. Streaming.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, it's gone. Here we go. So, chalo, guys, it's Friday, the last mm, day of the 4 week program. Okay. So yes, I think some of you have able to really manage all these sessions. Okay, and that's where it comes. Uh, Consistency is the ultimate thing which will make you a winner in life. Okay, so I personally know and I personally believe कि everything that we discussed is going to hugely take you far ahead in life. Okay, I just know that. Okay, it's all about living it, making it a part of our lifestyle, repeating it, and yes, further extending, enhancing, experimenting. Okay, but these things are ultimate. Now, I just want you to really ask yourself a question. Ki you will know all the techniques of the world. There are books, there are internet, there is some program like this where we are even trying to do it with the people. But the thing is, in the end result, who are the guys who will win and who will be just staying behind? Okay, and that's it. That's life. Everybody knows it. Very few does it. And out of them who does it, how many really stays consistent? And that's where it just becomes pretty much stats. Ki out of 100 people, eventually 5 people will succeed in life. Okay, rest everybody will struggle. The rest everybody will have their own reasons, excuses, and everything to blame. Okay, now comes, where do you stand? Again, what's going to happen with your life? That is, it's all about, right? So for you, it's just one and yes or no. Either you'll succeed or you'll not. And but for the world, it's a stat. Out of 100, 5 people will succeed. Okay, and succeed as in massively succeed. Okay, like all the richness, everything. Just maybe 10 more people might be financially very self-sufficient, but remaining 80 people are going to struggle. Out of that, yes, there will be mediocre. There will be very bad. So that's what the split is. And but you have to make a choice with your life. Key, where do you actually end up? Okay, and just observe by learning this system itself. Okay, if you really go back to the day one, so it was, I guess, around 70. Okay, 70 people, and we kept moving on with time. Okay, as long as the initial 2 weeks career was there, so I was continuously checking on that, so it was around 60 people there. Okay, then the week 3 started, and week 3 to week 4 onwards, yes, there are around 50 people that we were getting. Okay, and but when it comes to the waking up in the morning, so you can understand. Okay, so then it's just like what, 20. Okay, and these are beginners, they are starting. Okay, abhi to journey baki hai, right? Life mein now the pattern is just started. Out of these 20, how many will be able to do it for next 6 months? These are the numbers between successful and unsuccessful people. It is hard. You might have 1,000 reasons why you will do it or you will not do it, but in the end, results matter in life. Okay, and very few people will reach the end, and you have to make a decision. Okay, recently I read a very beautiful quote. Ki, and you know this thing. Okay, so quote thoda baad mein aate, but before that, this is this famous saying, right? The best investment is on yourself. Warren Buffett said कि बाकी छोड़ो, खुद पे invest करो, time, efforts, learning, knowledge, you will grow. Okay, and that's the ultimate way of living. Okay, now there is something else which says कि you have to work on yourself more than you work even on your jobs. Okay, recently I heard this kind of a quote from Jim Rohn. He was also a very established person in the last century. So where he said this, you need to work on yourself. If you work massively at your job, okay, you will be able to make a very great career. But if you work massively on yourself, your career will be successful by default, but in your life, you will be creating a fortune. You will be creating an empire. Get the right. thought process. You want a career? Start working on yourself. Career will be default growing. But because you're investing time on yourself, personal development, your knowledge, your habits, what you want in your life, what you want to eliminate, that kind of growth will give you an empire in life. Okay. Now you make a choice. Where do you want to work? And guys, excuses will always be there. Reasons will always be there. Like even if I look at my life, I will always find 1,000 reasons for not doing something. But in the end, I want to succeed. So I will not allow those reasons to come. Okay. There have been times, let me tell you, while this program is going on, there has been time, night may 2 a.m. I slept a few times, or even 2:30 at times. But I was awake 5:45. Okay. I cannot allow to not wake up. That's commitment. Okay. And yes, I might not master that skill, but I know that it is required. Okay. And I will not come up with any reason for not staying committed. I might end up like affecting my health, but I am ready to affect my health because my loser version who slept at 2 a.m. in the morning, that thing cannot affect my success. I should fix that part, but I will not affect my success part because of my failures. That's commitment, and you have to build that in you. You cannot be soft hearted. Okay, this is another thing which Tony Robbins said. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, hard times create strong people, tough people, successful people, achievers. Tough times, okay, hard times, tough times, they build the best people that the age or the century has ever seen, maybe. Okay, and those great people, they change the world, they change the environment, they change the generations, and accordingly the next coming generations become softer because the problems are dealt with these leaders. They just fix everything, and they create empires. They just build the models and systems and everything, and then they actually then the life becomes simpler. And when the life becomes simpler, the times become softer, then weak people are born because they don't have challenges. Then weak people come out of these because they don't have passion, they don't have challenges, they don't have problems to deal with, big time changing problems. And because weak people are born and they are not able to take on the layer forward, then hard times come back again because they are not able to take care of themselves. And then generation by generation, even a 50 years duration, this kind of cycle repeats. And when the weak people are there, they are not able to solve problems, the problems become massive. And when the problems become hard, when the problems become massive, then again some great people will rise and they will take the care of the full generation, and then they will fix it for the next generation, and again the cycle keeps repeating. So tough times create great people create simple times create weak people, and weak people create tough times, and the cycle keeps rolling. Okay. Now the point is, you need to understand human race. Fine, this is how it runs in a 50 years, 100 years span cycle. We all will take our share in this planet in a 100 year span. What our cycle is, you need to understand that. The main problems, the challenges, okay, are already dealt before you and me were even born. Okay, right now we are into that soft zone where there is a room for weak people. Okay, just understand that's where we are right now. The main challenges, the British rule and all, everything is gone. Okay, it all ended. It's ended like 75 years ago. Okay, 80, just going on and on. Okay, long time ago it ended. The tough time ended. Next revolution came, democracy came, this, that. Okay, the challenging, that was challenging, but the history changed. Next, before the internet era, there was a complete different times. Before all this technology, there was a complete different time. Some smart people fixed all those problems and now brought us at a comfort, mobile click and things at your home. So the world is in a frame where there is a lot of comfort right now, and this comfort is going to destroy humanity. too much lazy for even waking up, turning on lights, too much lazy for going in the market and doing something, too much lazy for just surfing on the internet to solve our own problems. What will happen? Weaknesses are coming. On top of this, social media ruining our lives. Social media every single day, mindlessly scrolling time. What's going to happen to the world? Nothing, right? Your life will be destroyed. Daily 4 hours on social media, 3 hours on social media, mindlessly anything. Okay. And all the average minded people or below average minded people, they don't care about their time anymore. They don't just care about it. That's it. 5 hours, 6 hours, they don't have anything else to do. They are on social media and internet. That's it. You need to open up your eyes. Don't belong in the same crowd because it's going to end up in a disaster. We are in a time where a lot of comfort is there, and when there are no challenges, okay, rising up from this comfort is going to become very tough. It becomes matter of choice, and many people unfortunately make tough choices. Okay, unfortunately they will not be able to take the right decision. Kiva, I want to do something big in my life, because comfort is already there. And we are in a generation, again, second big problems with the current generations. We are in a generation, if you see, you and your father relationship, let's say, there was strictness there. Okay, you take one generation before that, maybe your grandfather and father, hardcore strictness. Right? Your grandfather and father relation was very strict, hardcore. You might not be even able to speak any word in front of them, that kind of strictness. Then the generation came softer, where your relationship with your father, it became a bit softer. And then comes the current generation, where maybe you or your brothers or your maybe somebody 5 years bigger than you is having the children. It's becoming even more softer. Where is it going to end up? Where is it going to end up? You care so much for your child because of whatever reasons. Okay. And slowly and steadily, the model is changing. And with strictness coming in picture and too much pampering coming in picture, you are creating problems for your next generations. They will feel Kiari, life is so much privileged. You just have to cry and everything comes at the doorstep. You are earning good, so they will have all the comfort. Go back to your times. Getting the first mobile was a challenge. Getting your first bicycle was a challenge. Right now, baby born in home, there is a phone in the hand. There is a car parking, right? Everything. Comfort is taking over. And in the next 50 years, things will get even more worse. Because when there are no big challenges to solve, people will become addicted to just time waste, and they will not have passion to do something big in their lives. Okay, and that will end up in a very disastrous manner. And fir some phoenixes will rise and they will try to protect the world. But right now it's again going towards the downfall. Technology might advance, but humanity is not evolving that much. Okay, not evolving that much. Or bhi karna padega. It's possible to take care. The good part with human being is we have a very sensible brain and we can fix things, but we need to really do that. Okay, and that's what it is about. I want you all to realize you ek baar life mili hai, and whether you live it good, whether you live it bad, it will just end one day. So how do you live, and how does your generation live in under your leadership as a parent? How does your family grow? What is their thought process? What is their mindset? It's completely in your control. Every father or a mother is a leader in the house, and you have to protect your generation. There will be challenges, there will be complications. You have to lead by example. Guys, who says this leadership and all this mindset is just applicable to corporate world? It applies to everything that we do. We are one person who plays multiple roles. You have to fix yourself. How do you think? Are you, first of all, are you self committed to do something? And if you are not committed, you cannot expect that from your next generation. You are saying, okay, bhai, you go and do exercise. It is, you will tell this, right? You will always tell your son, Go and play. Not too much television, not too much social media. You will become like this, lazy and all. They will see you. Okay, you don't do it. Okay, and people or children, they just follow what they see. So you have to lead by example. Words will not matter. And if you just keep talking, this is how it works. You have to analyze. If you just keep talking and telling them, a point will come, they will all become rebels. They will fight you back. They will be like, whole life you did not do it. You forced me to do it. Okay. If it is that easy, why don't you do it? And that's a question, tough one to answer. Okay, why don't you do it? Right? So absorb. You have to lead by example. It might be tough, but it's worth living for. Okay. And don't waste this life over. You are in your 20s right now. Yes, many people will make mistakes for the next 10 years, 20 years. And in the end, they will draw the same conclusions. You're just lucky. We are just lucky, like somewhere we together connected, and these kind of thoughts are at least running in our mind, and we are connected to at least discuss this. Otherwise, a different world 10 years gone, and then we would have like a real life, ye kar rahi hai, wo kar rahi hai then. So now is the time. Act smart before your life damages. Fix it. Look ahead in future. Start taking your life towards a better version. Don't come up with excuses, reasons, blames, complaints. None of that matters in the end. None. Zero. Okay. I'm not able to wake up in the morning. Does not matter. You failed in your life. Your children will fail in their life because you failed in your life. And then you will force them to succeed when, first of all, you were on the losing track. It doesn't gel together. You have to first apply, and there is time right now. You're in your 20s, some of them might be in 30s. You have time. You can fix it. Okay, yahi cheez 50s mein jaake. Okay, now second thing to understand, we still have a long life. There is a long life in front of us. Or 40-50 saal tak to you will work like anything. For next 50 years, if you just eat healthy, have proper workouts, take care of yourself properly, 50 years, 60 years tak bahut energy. Come on, I see people, they are right now in their 75s, very hyperactive, still going to job, doing stuff. And same people, there are people in 60s not doing anything. So you have to choose, what do you want to do? Right now, you might be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. 40 saal to guaranteed you will have a very great health. At least basic if you do. Plus, if you can do it more nicer, even in your 70s, you will be good. Abhi Amitabh Bachchan apne chicha chal rahe ekdam 79s and all that, right? Doing movies, man. Okay, taking care of himself, doing a lot of 50 years ahead of you guys. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And if you're in your 20s, you have actually one more. So there is no end to situation. Okay. Don't make the mistakes. You can really accomplish a very big thing in your life, but you need to get started now. Some of you might say, let me make my own mistakes. Yeah, you make it, but don't, like, in the end, you will draw the same conclusions. Why do you want to make so much mistakes in that way? Live a smarter life. Okay, fine. This is what I just want to tell you because it's required. Success is something which you should attack and acquire. Success, if you really want to be successful, has to be made a priority. Okay, your growth should become your priority. I am not ready to take defeat as an answer. Nothing matters to me more than my success. If you get that mindset, then you will become a winner. Not like, today I felt like going for a party, let me do that, and yahan pe success ke lag gaye. Okay, success, I'm saying success needs more from you. Yes, have fun, have entertainment. I'm not saying a compromise on all that. We discussed one of a session. You need to balance between all the 4 pillars: your personal growth, your financial growth, your fun and entertainment, and your giving back to the society. You need to balance everything. But success demands that kind of self determination from you, self discipline from you, and commitment from you to keep going on even when nobody else is coming along with you. And you will know 80% will anyways not come along with you for a long time. ठीक है, बहुत कम रहेंगे. So just understand, open up your mind. Tough times the right now, different challenges are there, and whatever, internet is right now in boom. The problems because of internet, nobody has solved it also, and our next generation is becoming addicted to the social media and all. We have become addicted to social media and all. It needs eliminating it. It needs to brainwash yourself through all that crap. Okay, constantly training. Okay, this is really pretty. People ask this question, okay, how do you stay focused? How do you really look at a task with all 100% and get the work done? Guys, understand, okay, yes, everybody focus will get your work done, but now what happens? Focus means your mind should be at one task, your body should be in a zone fixing that task. That's how you build focus. Okay, now what is happening is, just observe yourself, guys. The actions that you take, we already spoke this session, mind and the body. Whatever you repeat, your body learns. Whatever you think continuously, your mind learns. Thought and actions. Now just observe yourself. What is your lifestyle all through the day? What are the patterns that you're teaching your mind? Okay, and you will realize, okay, many of us might just lie on a couch, sofa, ek haath mein phone hai, just watching something. Okay, the entire body language is in a relaxed state, sleeping. How many times we really stay up, walk, exercise, jog? Especially IT professionals, our job is like a desk job. So how many times we do that? None. TV dekh rahe, relaxed. Watching social media, relax. After every some time sitting, relaxing. You are training your mind to calm down, your body to calm down, and your mind is also like thought wise. If you're just feeding crap on internet, what is happening is you're doing things, you're training your mind and the body to stay against focus. Focus says physically you need to sit in a posture where you can actually put your full attention to what you're trying to do. But what naturally many of us are training our body every single day is to lie and relax. You're training your own self to have a relaxed body, and then you are saying, I want focus. It doesn't work like that. Your body is relaxed. Focus means you have to sit in concentration, fully alert, maybe nothing at the back also, full attention, spine erect, thinking about the problem. So your body, you're training it for laziness, but you want focus. It doesn't work. You will not be able to focus. If you sit for some time, you will feel like, oh, let me go and take a quick nap now. That will come naturally because you're training your body for relaxation. Focus needs opposite of that. And the second thing is, all throughout the social media, nowadays, since the past, let's say 6 months, 1 year, these reels, short videos. Okay, earlier YouTube time mein 1 hour videos there. From there we came to Instagram type 1 minute videos, and then we came to this reels 10-second videos, 5-second videos. Because you need to understand the risk and the damage it is going to cause to our minds. Okay, every 5 seconds you swipe, you change, you switch, switch continuously. You are training your mind to keep switching context. Next. And what does brain need for focus? To be with one thing long enough. And on the other side, you're training your mind to keep switching. 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 2 seconds, switch. And a point, what is happening, guys? You have trained your brain to completely keep jumping from context to context. You have trained your body to be fully lazy, relax. And now you have a work to be done, project to be sorted out. And to make things worse, complete lockdown came. Everybody is at the home, nobody at the offices. People ended up further destroying their lives with this too much home comfort, too much of laziness, and too much of social media. You have trained yourself since past 2 years to really be on a very wrong track. No activeness in body. So I feel that's really good that the work is starting back. People are calling people back to office. because at least with that focused attention will be there. And then slowly we mind and the body needs to be trained. So if you want to stay focused, guys, start training your mind and your body to be at one thing for a long time. Okay, whenever you work or whenever you take your classes, let's say even virtual, guys, there is this one thing: don't do it for others. What will happen, let's say if you score a top in your interview, you crack it, you get cracked the best package, you are the person who will get benefited with that. Right? Nothing. You're not going to give it to anybody. Your family will get benefited with that. Okay, and for that you need to do trainings. Now this is the unfortunate truth. Even somebody from Amirpet told this thing to me while they were in hostels and virtual these things were happening. At one side, classes going on the other side they are watching a movie. Okay, like how will you even learn? Nothing will get inside your brain, and then life will knock you down every single time you try to do something. Life will keep failing you, and you will not be able to figure out what's going wrong. It's like you invited those kind of problems in your life by first of all training yourself to not be successful. Nobody else is responsible for your failures, guys. You did that to yourself by living a worst life every single day. Learn that. Learn from your own mistakes, guys. Your teachers taught you, left you. Your parents gave all the guidance to you, and they will keep giving it. But now you are self-sufficient. Nobody is going to come and punish you if you don't do it. It's your life, and you have to make a solid decision. अभी टीचर आके नहीं बोलेंगे कि stand outside class. Your parents will not come and say कि आज खाना नहीं मिलेगा. You'll be like मैं Amazon पे खाऊंगा. अरे ठीक है, खा. स्विगी से आएगा, अभी गर्मा गर्म बताता हूँ कैसे खाना नहीं मिलेगा, right? You need to just understand, guys. Nobody is going to come and give you a reward or a punishment. That's where it is challenging now. Had it been your school times with punishments and rewards, काम चल जाता था. And guys, right now nobody is going to do that. That means you are in full control of your life, and that is another problem with human race. When full decision making and choice is given, majority end up making wrong choices for their life. Okay, when you are at the driving seat of your own life, you will end up really crashing it down if you don't have a rock solid mind of what to do and what not to do. Just understand, you need to grow and evolve your thinking, your actions, your behaviors, because guys, everybody around you, the social media, internet, people, they might talk crappy things. They might tell things which will pull you back in your life. If you are putting efforts, there might be people, they will try to take you back. They might try to waste your time. They might try to be like, why are you doing all this? Let's just have something else. People might do that. The world might do that. The social media is doing it. So much of entertainment and entertainment. Yes, it's required. But where is the balance? 4 hours the time pass. 15 minutes education something. There is no ratio. And what will happen to such kind of minds? And this is happening with the full next generation. They don't consume much educational. They are spending a lot of time in just crap. And a mind, you can imagine, every single thing that you feed, that you do on internet gets directly into your personality. Watching a lot of time waste, and that will trigger ego, emotions, time wasted, and like no meaning and no purpose in life. And then फिर क्या होगा, guys? Let's say for 5 years you keep doing this. 5 years the crap going in. After that, even if you tell your children कि भाई build a great future, they will be like कैसे करना है? How to do it? Because guys, and you know this, right? Children, when they are in the childhood, still 7 years, 8 years, their subconscious mind, the brain which actually processes things, so all throughout the life, that is consuming everything.
Where you taking classes?
Okay, so just understand that, guys. Okay, so this is what I would like to say. Ek life hai, and there are a lot of challenges around, lot of problems around. and nobody is going to come and tell you to do anything. That time is gone. Now it is all you. Now comes the actual challenge. And this is how A players are born. This is how the world leaders are born. They put their best shot at whatever they do, even when nobody is watching. Now you need to commit that kind of discipline for your own success. Even when nobody is watching you, nobody cares. Maybe your manager also is not caring, but you take it as your responsibility. By mera project hai, my job, and I will get it done no matter what it requires. And self-discipline. It's not required for somebody to be with you. You choose to do it for yourself. Next time onwards, any training that you do on, let's say, your classes, your Udemy's or YouTube's or whatever, make a self-discipline. Ke bhai, I will not lie down and sleep and watch. You're training yourself to train the reverse. Even though I don't like, I will sit. I will put my headphones in. I will keep my phone away and I will concentrate. It's a choice. And nobody else is going to punish you if you don't do that. But you have to be strict with yourself. Okay? That morning meditation, we did Isha Kriya once, right? Sadhguru repeats, I am not my body. I'm not even my mind. I'm not my body. I'm not even my mind. I'm not my body. I'm not even my mind. It is to differentiate you from your body and mind. When you think like a third person, then you will see, observe your own life like a third person, then you will see your body is like too casual. Your body says in the morning, I don't want to wake up. You just listen to it. Bullshit. Cut it down. How can your body not allow yourself to be successful? Look at yourself as a third person. Stop pampering yourself. Okay? I am not my body. I am not even my mind. If the body is saying, I will have a nice, peaceful sleep in the morning, that's the time when you should wake up early and grow in your life more. You have to punish your body, ke? Not allowed. You need to hold that standard because nobody else is holding it for you. I will hold for myself. Okay, some of you will hold for yourself, but for others who are choosing to still sleep, nobody else is going to hold it for you. And nobody will ever hold in the entire life. So you need to be careful about it. Next, when your mind is watching all this junk and crap from internet, nobody will punish you. You are punishing. So again, watch it like a third party. Guys, everything that you consume, listen, watch, everything that you listen, watch is directly getting into your mind. Okay? Knowingly or unknowingly, you become the total of activities that you do in your life. If you think a lot of crappy thoughts on social media, in the end result, guys, it is psychologically proven you become the sum total of 5 people that you spend time with. This was a very famous proverb in the past century. You become the sum total of 5 people you spend your time with. Nothing but, even if you want to succeed, but your friend circle and the people around you are losers, excuse giving people, you will not be able to succeed. It's the law of average. You will become average along with them. You will become that because unknowingly your brain is still listening to these excuses, complaints, and a point will come where your brain will make you the same. Okay, so there is that quote, right? Same flock of same birds flock together, kuch to, right? Like similar people stick with each other. So you need to really make choices. Okay, so again, repeat. I am not my body. I am not even my mind. Every time you see from your mind perspective, you are wasting your time. Okay, correct it, interrupt it, tell that no, I want good stuff to go inside. Read books, grow your maturity, grow your knowledge, grow your technical knowledge, grow your mental knowledge, grow your physical knowledge, grow your education. Okay, keep constantly working on that part. Next, work on yourself in a physically active state. Junk eating and not doing anything in your life is going to end up again in a disaster. Okay, so thoda protect these two things. Fine. So guys, your life is your responsibility, and I am here just to tell you Okay, why it is really your responsibility, nobody else is coming. Okay, so fine. Chalo, apart from that, this is the last day of the full session. Okay, and we'll quickly take the questions which were asked a few days ago. Okay, and ek ek karke rapid fire may we'll just start walking through it. Chalo, then let's get started, everybody. Understand, guys, do something meaningful and become really successful. Okay, really become successful. Fine. Chalo. Okay, so on that day, we asked a question. It was 29th of December. In that attendance, we asked a question to people, ke, put your questions if there is anything. Okay, ek ek karke rapid fire mein chalte. Okay. Okay, the first question itself says how to stay focused. We already answered that. Okay, how to stay focused. Train your mind and the body to sit in a proper position, and whatever task you're doing, try to just do that. Remove the phone distractions, and slowly and steadily your mind and the body will learn to stay focused. And all throughout your day, try to have this discipline more, and laziness and context switching less. You will be ending up becoming more focused. Okay. Next, somebody says, how do you improve in logical thinking? Okay, how do you improve in logical thinking? Hey guys, after my IT related, okay, or even general thinking related, after my full experience, I realized that logic thinking, it actually evolves when your brain, when your thinking process actually evolves. Matlab, practically it will evolve. Okay, and for in order to improve your logical thinking, you need to spend time in actually thinking, okay, how are you going to solve complex problems. Okay, that's it. You just need to take a time, take a pause, and just think, okay, if this is the problem, how can I build a technical solution for that? What could be the challenges which will come up? Take a pen and a paper, write down the challenges, and then try to see how do you really fix those challenges. Okay, one simple example I will give to you. Exercise, simple exercise. Pick any website that you like, let's say Facebook, okay, or YouTube or anything. They have so many features there, right? When you're doing posting, when you like somebody, like, just there are so many things, right? Pick one or two use cases, one or two functionality, and just start asking questions to yourself, how will you build it technically? What will belong in the UI? What will belong in the server? What kind of data structures will be there? How would be the database design for that? How do you speed up? How do you map these things? The more you think, the logical you will become. And it is not like give me a quick fix for that. It doesn't exist. Okay, the more you think on these problems, you will grow. Okay, another thing is, I already shared this thing. There is a website called as highscalability.com. Okay, highscalability.com. There are a lot of corporate challenges, big architectures described there. Lot of blogs available where people of different companies have posted, okay, we face this kind of technical problem in our company, and these are the solutions. Start reading it. The more you read such kind of information, problems, solutions, and then you take time to think and analyze, oh, aise hua tha, oh, now these guys did it like this, how can you do it? The more you expose yourself to this thinking process, you will evolve in your logical thinking. Okay, this is how it is. You have to do it, you have to think about it. Two sources, highscalability.com, start reading those. Second thing is, pick up any website which is already running in production and identify how will you build up the background story. Spend time in thinking, your logic will start improving. Okay, chalo, next. Somebody asked it, how to set 1 year goal, still we didn't reach to our first goal. How to do it? Okay, now guys, they go simple. Your goal need not be a 1 year goal, first of all. Okay, if you have a closer target right now, just focus on that target. 1 year we are saying, don't set 2 years. The 1 year is the max that we are saying. Okay, so don't set for next 2 years, 3 years. Even if you have a goal which you want to accomplish in next 3 years, try to break it down in a manner that first achievement should be in less than 1 year. And if you are already lucky enough that you have some target, 3 months may you want to do something, or 6 months may you want to do something, stick with that one itself. Okay, so don't shuffle to something else. Stick with your primary goal. This is what I want, and just work towards that one. daily write that goal, find ideas on how you can do it, measure yourself whether you are going towards that deadline and is the progress happening. If it is not happening, you have to change your ideas, you have to change your patterns. Okay, but stick with one line. It could be like in next 1 month also you want to achieve, or 3 months you want to achieve. Once you accomplish that, then figure out your next goal, which could be again max of 1 year. So you can choose, it could be a 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 1 year, max of 1 year. Okay, that's how you plan it. So, and just pick it up like this. Okay, now somebody, another guy, I think on that day we took a goal session. That's where these questions are coming from, goal part. Okay, another question: is it okay to continue with two goals at a time? If yes, then how to manage them efficiently without losing the track? Okay, guys, it gets tricky. Okay, now how do I operate? Yes, I have different goals. I have multiple goals, in fact. Okay, I have multiple goals. One could be with regards to my health, one could be with regards to my book reading or knowledge or technical upgrading goal, and then I have my primary goal. So what I generally do is, I'm just trying to share out, maybe it might be able to reflect it to you. One goal I actively track. Okay, it is must and should for me. I keep that as only one primary goal. So whenever I am thinking about this one goal. I have three, four of them, but I think only about one goal because I want this at no matter what it takes, full committed. And for the rest of my goals, I have built up a system and I just run it automatically. For example, I have just committed daily 30 minutes, I will do technical learning. Daily 30 minutes, I will do book reading. Daily in the morning, I will do workout. So that is going to, I know that it is going to take care of my health situation, knowledge situation, technical situation. So then I am not thinking about those goals actively. My target is just do it daily. But all throughout, the core goal in my mind is only one, and I'm just thinking about that. For the other goals, I have built up a system, a process, and I know that if I just keep following that, it will achieve automatically. Okay, so if you have multiple goals, I would say set one goal as the primary goal and always think and put efforts in order of that goal itself. Remaining goal, if you can come up with a process where it will run automatically and you don't have to keep daily thinking and brainstorming it, try to build it like that. Why? Because it is said, basically you will get more results in your life if your focus is on one thing. Like even while you're going to sleep, you're thinking about that. As soon as you wake up, you're thinking about that. And if you mix multiple things, your brain will not be able to figure out rightly. So build a system for rest of the goals: health, happiness, enjoyment, all those required, but let them happen automatically. But consciously think about your one thing. So what will happen when you're repeating this? When you look at the world, the brain will first see, oh, I have this problem, how do I solve? What opportunities do I see in the world in order to solve my one primary goal? And once you accomplish that, then you move on to the next. But yes, parallelly many goals should be there, otherwise life will slow down drastically. But know it, one primary goal, rest the system will take you there. Okay, fine, this is what it is. Okay, next. Okay, now there is, whoa, a bigger question. Okay, देखते हैं. Technology is moving fast pace year on year. Okay, means open source tool industry is adaptive and growing on the technology went high. Okay, hold on, there are no commas. Open source tool industry is adaptive and grow on the technology. Okay, went high and trend to higher percentage shift to that. Okay, basically the world is changing, new and new things are coming, open sources are coming, and hiring and all is going towards whatever is latest good thing in the market. Okay, kind of scenario. For example, in this year, uh, okay, for example, in this year, DevOps market is looking good. I know Java job will never go, as Indian banking domain has 70 to 80% still uses Java tech stack. Next, mid-year company only looking for full stack developers in industry. Okay, so trying to let's check on the market situation. Fine, but the question comes is, but I want to build a product tool that will help others. Okay, do you know whom to best I approach or collaborate to build it? For example, some app, some tools basically, maybe like Canva or WhatsApp or something like that. If I have to build, so what's the right way of thinking? Okay, okay, so the world is changing, things are changing. We have a person with us who is thinking of maybe building a tool which can benefit really the world. Okay, Ego, first of all, my suggestion will be, if you already have some idea, okay, what tool you want to build. Okay, if you already have some idea, if you have done the study, first of all, okay, the need of the tool, who are going to be your users, is it really required, not required, nothing. But if you have the tool idea already, I would say straight away get started building that up without even waiting for anything. Okay, first approach is, if you already have the concrete idea what needs to be done, straight away get started, and rest of the things you figure out as you're going. But if your idea itself is not clear, okay, what needs to be done? Okay, in such case I think you should spend more time in groups on LinkedIn or Facebook of maybe some entrepreneurs or like startups kind of company, and start mingling with those people. Okay, start just mingling with those people, or just try to find out some freelancers and just try to have build friendship and contacts with such people. Okay, because they will be getting a lot of ideas, plus you can collaborate with them, share their thought process, and just build network. Start speaking with people, calling them, chatting with them. There are so many social media mein, you have to just go like that. LinkedIn ke upar, if you're finding somebody really good in some companies, search their profile, send connection request. If somebody is really good technically, if you can find that on LinkedIn, just try to speak with them about your thoughts, ideas. And I think the more you start doing it, collaboration and people will respond back, and then you can start going in that direction. Okay, but if you have an idea, already get started and then parallelly build this collaboration network. And if you don't have it, already get started with building this. Okay, it takes time, but if you have something really meaningful, things will definitely get in positive track. Okay, so this is where it is. Next. Okay, so somebody says thank you, I really found out today's session is very valuable. Okay, thank you. Next, somebody asked me, do you share any openings for 2019 batch in the WhatsApp job group? Okay, first of all, so yeah, my brother maintains that group, but what we have done as part of that is we are not trying to differentiate anything there. Okay, whenever in any domain we get a opening, we just publish it. We are not specifically focusing ki ye wala wo wala. Okay, so if you are getting any openings, we just share it. It's like whatever we find a bit relevant wala, we just share that up. And if you match it, okay, it's valid for your profile, then go ahead applying, reaching out in more details. Okay, so we are not trying to really filter down and target any one of a thing. Sometimes even non-IT related also posts, we just do that. So regarding the job openings, so we are not targeting any specific thing, okay, this batch out, that batch out. Okay, but another thing, 2019 batch out. Okay, it's long time. Just a few tips I would say. If you are 1 or 2 years old already in the market, trying as a fresher really becomes tough. Okay, it can get it. I'm not saying pura doors are closed. You can get it, but it will be painful. It might take more time. Okay, so there could be another way. Try for getting a first internship, and then you say, I had experience as an intern and now I'm an experienced profile. That kind of path will actually work more better than just saying I am a fresher but a 2020 pass out. That really works bad. People, even I as a person will not like to hire such a kind of guy. 2022 2020 still a fresher. Who says? I'll be like, let's wait for 3 more months, 2022 batch ke fresh people will come, and let's enroll them in the project, right? So the more time you spend in the market not getting the job, it becomes tough. So you have to follow another route. Try to get at least an internship position somewhere, or maybe through some references, try to really get into some project, or some people claim things and get inside. That model also might work out. But as a fresher, 2 years, 3 years old, it becomes really tough. Okay, next. Okay, next question. Okay, near to reach the goal. Somebody says I'm near to reach the goal. Very good. So guys, measure. This is what I would say. Measure your goal. You will be able to reach it soon. Okay. You will know basically. My practical experience, as soon as I measure it, yes, there are some days I'm not putting the right actions and I'm not even moving closer to my goal. But when I analyze it, I already know the deadline is coming and the actions which I'm taking right now, there is no output increment happening and I'm not going closer to my goal. So I already know that I will not meet this deadline. So if your goal is measurable and you're thinking the deadline, and then you evaluate your actions and the results that you're getting on a daily basis, you will understand the math is not fitting right. And in such case, you have to change. Either your approach, your ideas, your intensity, your action needs to change, or you have to push your goal forward. वैसे करना पड़े. So when these factors come in, your goal is measurable, you have a deadline, and then you have to just evaluate right now the actions are you taking, how much output it is giving, and do you think it will take you towards the goal that you plan? And that is where we do the goal activity daily, so that we can daily keep checking, or yeah, it's like in 1 month itself, I need to do this. And then you have to evaluate the actions which I am today, will it really get me to that? And then it becomes like, no, I am just wasting my time away. I need to come up with better plans, more hard work. So that will help you to trigger. So give the right inputs, things will work really nicely. Okay. So, and yes, good to know whoever is reaching this goal. So achieve, accomplish. Okay. Next, somebody says, how would connect and create a zone of sharing knowledge towards a growth with peers, people at office? Okay, nothing but how to create a network in office or company where people share knowledge. Okay, there are multiple ways. First of all, you keep your if you're new to the company, okay, every company will have maybe some kind of trainings. Okay, generally every company has it once in month or few in a quarter or somewhere. Okay, some kind of trainings will always happen. You need to just know who these people are, what are they training upon, and try to just, that is the starting point. Okay, so that could be one of the starting point. There are n number of ways, guys. Okay, whatever you think it's smart, you will find many things. This is one. Okay, this is one of a thing. If find that training hub, who are the people doing it, start chit chatting with them and start joining all of the training programs without affecting your core project. And then you start offering, hey, I also want to do something, is there a possibility? And the more you mingle, straight away you get in the hook and you can start sharing knowledge. That is one. Okay, now another thing, within your team itself, okay, within your team itself, just collect 2 3 people, like-minded people who really wants to learn. If somebody doesn't want to put efforts, don't waste on time on such people. Somebody who is like-minded, who has this passion, I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to contribute, mingle along with them, start sharing knowledge. Ki bhai, tune kya kiya? What did you do last week? Today I was learning this. This is interesting. Guys, you have to take the first step. This is what I realized out of my 12 years of IT industry. Ki others will not take first step. And even if they take, it will be a very slow and very delayed. But you have to control your actions and your life outcomes. You have to take the first step. For example, let's say right now Krishna is in front of me. If I want to learn something in Android, Krishna is not going to come to me and teach me. But I should be like, hey Krishna, you said you worked in Android for 4 years, can you tell me this thing? You have to take the initiative. Keep your egos aside, guys. No matter how big you get in life, do that first step, do the initiation. And you know the beautiful part of human beings, they will respond when you initiate. When you take the first step, people look back and they're like, kya chahiye bhai? And then they start speaking, then they start sharing, and that's the magic of humanity. Okay, but many people, that first step itself is missing due to whatever reason. So break the ice, you take the first step. Okay, and keep your ego and all that aside. Okay, keep it normal system. Fine. Next. Okay, please give some more importance about fake experience and this IT recession. Will this fake experience affect on it? Okay, first of all, I'll not get in much details of this, but I know for a fact Okay, in my experience somewhere, I have heard, I have seen people were caught in companies as fake. And there are a lot of people, okay, they reach out to me on Facebook and keep telling me, okay, this happened, that happened, okay. And they just reached out and they just told me this information ki multiple cases fake was caught, and still people were not removed from the companies if they are really good. But I'm not saying this is a thumb rule. Okay. So there are companies, there are HRs, there are people, even if fake caught, but the candidate is good, they would further like to continue, but they might try to renegotiate something. By salary mein kuch karenge or something else. So people might try to do that. On the other hand, there will be some companies, if the fake is caught, they will straight away say, no, not from tomorrow. Okay. So I would just tell you ki anything can happen. This is IT industry full of possibilities. Anything can happen. So if you're fake, if you're trying it like that, be ready for both. Okay, be ready for both, and then it is your choice how to then bounce back from it. Okay, first of all, okay, you can do it, but knowledge is very much important, and that's how you take yourself forward. Okay. Now the second thing, recession. Okay, IT market recession and all that which is happening. Let's take a time out to really understand. Okay, multiple things happened, okay, in the past, let's say 2 years, 3 years. Multiple things happened. First of all, the market was overhyped. Okay, market was overhyped. All of a sudden, when this lockdown and all that came, people came on internet, businesses came online, and they all saw that this is the market forward, right? Many businesses came, and everything else was closed, but IT was the one which was running the system. Everything was on software technology, that's it. Okay. And like everybody thought, yeah, this is going to continue, multiply and all that. But now when the world is opening back again, slowly people are getting back to their old culture also. That means the physical world still exists very dominatingly. So many of the plans which were there, they actually got affected, and in terms of revenue and all those things. So that is one. Okay. Now the second major problem which happened during this lockdown, at least this is my observation, I didn't read it, but I could be wrong. But the second major problem which happened during these lockdown times, okay, unrealistic packages were offered to people in terms of salary. I literally know the figures. Okay. Not having any knowledge, drawing 20 lakhs packages. Okay, somebody like 16 lakhs packages, 1 year experience get people, or even more than that. And people were offer shopping. This is how it became very tough. You don't know that, okay, or maybe you know as well. Okay, because they go, you think, yes, from your perspective, you crack an interview, and how people do it, let me tell you. Okay, you crack an interview, get an offer letter, you take this offer letter, you show it to another company, and if you're really good, you crack from there. Then you take this, you try another thing. So all throughout the notice period, people were playing, this is offer shopping. So they will join one company, but they are collecting offers in so much, and they are all working home, they are working remote, so people were just doing that. And guys, the market crazily was offering money, because they just see their last package, and the companies think the guy is actually that much worthy because he's holding that much package, and people in companies wanted talent at a faster rate. Okay, because of business was giving them, and then they were offering more package. So company doesn't have the full visibility ke bande ke paas 10 offers per day, they just know the latest one. Now what happened, this is where the problem is. A person's caliber is to do a work which is 10 lakh package. He did something, got a 12 lakh package or 14 or 15 lakh package. On top of 15 lakh package, he kept playing 18. It's like gambling. Your knowledge levels are somewhere else. You're gambling on money. You're gambling based upon your profile. 15 lakhs, 18 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs. Do you think that's how life works? If you are not able to justify, you will suffer, project will suffer, and you have to be laid out. There is no option. There is no other option. Why will heavy people without knowledge be entertained? and you will end up adding more pressure and tension for yourself because you are incapable to deliver that kind of work. People don't get it. They just look at money part. They don't look at the responsibility part, and then things backfire. And that's what happened in the market. Because they were work from home, they were offer shopping without knowledge, getting bigger packages, and just giving interviews, taking interviews. Abhi kya hoga? It's just like a share market. The value of the individual is something else. The money he's drawing is something else. Correction has to happen. This cannot go long. IT is a smart industry. Clients will pull back money. Funding will stop because the market is overhyped. That's what is happening. Slowly and steadily, that's what is happening. Corrections will happen. If you are not able to justify the money that you draw, you should always fear recession. You should always fear layoff because your capability and the money that you're drawing does not match. And you will be the victim of all these things. But the reverse way is the right way of living. Whatever you earn, you be or deliver more value than that. Okay, it's not bad to draw a 25 or a 30 lakhs package, but not having that much of capability and knowledge, that is the problem. So if you become that capable, 50 lakh nikalo, but become that capable first. Okay, and I'm not saying take a too much time for that. Do it, like maybe risk it. Okay, get a package, but if you're not able to justify that, you will face consequences. Someday or the other it will come. People don't get it, but that's what it's like. Just responsibility comes with money and position. So what I would just say is, yes, that kind of corrections will happen in the market. Abhi, right now in the news, big companies are there, but behind the screen, small companies are also affected. There are layoffs happening in the industry. Hiring is freezed in many companies. There are at the same time companies which are even hiring. So I'll just say, and the IT is going to be there, just that it just hyped up. Now it is correcting itself, but projects will be there. Good people will be required. The market will always stay open. The doors are not closing. Okay? It might get tough because there is more crowd, but you need to understand there was always more crowd. There was always more crowd. Every year, more crowd comes in the market. Point is, good people are not there. There are few good people, and you have to belong in that. Doesn't matter whether recession is coming or what is coming. Let me tell you, 20 to 30% good people are there in every team. Okay, yes, there might be average people in every team, which could be like 40%. The good people ratio is 20-30% in every team. Good people are only 30% maximum. Rest there might be 40% average people, and then there might be 20% laggards, bad performers. Generally, on an average, I'm saying this will be the model. You have to belong in that top 20-30%, who is the A players and who are needed for the projects, who are valuable for the projects, and they are not selfish. They don't just think about themselves. They think about the project, about the people, and these are valuable people. Doesn't matter, recession comes or whatever comes, this crowd is never going to be touched. Nobody likes to let these people go. Okay? Now your entire chase should be not trying to run away from the bottom 20, but your full life mission to be to belong in the top 30. If you run a life, okay, but I don't want to be a low performer, let me tell you, full life you will have a miserable journey. Full life, डर में जियोगे. You will live in fear. You will always be worried because your goal itself is key. I don't want to get laid off. That doesn't work. You cannot belong. That should not be your life target to belong in the bottom 20 or just above the bottom 20. It does not work. Your goal should be to belong in the top 30% and do whatever it takes to be there. And these are great people and they will never be impacted. And doesn't matter how much downside the market is going, they will be rewarded. Okay? So yes, recession, if it affects bad performance, it will affect. And that's fair. That's how the market is. It has to affect. And that is good thing. But yes, bad performers for the first time will get affected. There are unfortunate situations, even good people at times might get affected because the business is at loss. But if you're really good, there is another company waiting for you. So if you're good, don't worry about it. You might have to try hard more, maybe 3 months or lagega, but be patient, keep working hard, keep applying, keep trying. Market will consume you back. Okay? Because good people will always be required. And let's see. So that's what the situation is. Okay, so guys, it's already 10:07, and these were the questions on that day, and hope you got some value out of this. Okay, it was a 4 week full program. We started with week 1 to right now we are on week 4, and from Monday onwards we are again connecting back with the next December career transformation program. As part of this, we will focus on the first week again on our SDLCs, agiles, and the roles, responsibilities, that related section again. So yes, dekho, we completed that once. Maybe you can join again, take some notes about it, absorb it, because in one session, maybe some of you might have applied, some might not really have applied also. So if you can join it again, it will be a reformatting of the brain. Again, the first 2 weeks will focus on high tech, on the process related part and the engineering part of the system. And then further on, we will go on to these other areas as well. Okay. So yes, just join in from 5th December. Again, I'll share the Zoom link in our WhatsApp groups itself. Get your friends also in. And another thing, the morning, Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 will always continue. It will always be there in rotation. Don't break that habit. Guys, those are habits of the highly successful people of the world, which is less than 20%. And yes, as per our stats, it is actually less than 20%. So push yourself, guys. Don't come up with reasons I cannot do it. If you want to succeed, you need to deliver more, and that's how you become successful. Okay. And chalo, it's last day. I like to share one last incident before we wind up the session. Okay, if possible, maybe 5 minutes more, 10 minutes more. It's just based upon my life experience, and I just want to tell you how it is. Okay, just one last thing. Dekho, life is not easy for anybody. It's not easy for anybody. If you're going to struggle, know it, everybody goes through that. Okay, sometimes it comes easily, sometimes it comes hard, but in a long-term life, there will always be struggle for accomplishing something. Okay, someday or the other, it will come in front of you. Failure will come in front of you. Rejection will come. Pain, problem will come. So you have to face it. You have to learn through that. Okay, and mastering it, overcoming it will reward you in the life. Okay, now they go. There have been real big time situations in my past. Okay, right now you might see me as a head of technology, hai, 40 member leading, and complex projects is there, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But there is a big time struggle in the journey. This was not easy. This was not a straight line, ups and downs, part and parcel of life. Okay, a lot of times there were situations where while I was coming back from office, I used to just like itna tension hota tha, okay? I don't know, maybe 7 years, 8 years experience. At that time, I was leading big teams. Nahi aata tha, and I was struggling and learning and how to do, how not to do. A lot of it went through a lot of phase. There were times, midnight, 11 p.m., coming back from office, and like so much tension at work about how to do, how to do, how to do. And while coming back, KBR Park hai. Okay, if you know it, in Hyderabad, there is this KBR Park. So night time pe wahan pe acha street light and all that thing is there. So I just used to come, park my bike there, and just greenery mein thoda thandi hawa khate baith jata, right? Like, because if I go with tension at home, so mother will be there and all that drama. So mala chalo relax karte. So like 15, just wanting to tell, pressure tension is part of life. Okay, and then I realized how much it's important to know how to overcome this pressure tension. And that's one of the thing why this morning routine is important. That helps to overcome that, because it will come to you as well. So jab aayega tab it is a nightmare to deal with, but otherwise yeah, okay. But now other thing I want to tell you ki dekho guys, when I was in my 12th, okay, first very big tragic unfortunate incident happened with me, where like I lost my father. So I still remember we got a 12th ka mark sheet, and my father was really health situation struggling at that time, and something really tragic incident. Okay, 12th mein tha. Okay, and done, and we were like brothers, sisters. No education also completed. There is only one person earning, and that's my father. There is no saving. Sister's marriage pending. My elder brother, he is also just completing graduation final year. No other source of income, no saving, and that was the time. Okay, now guys, देखो, tough times, okay, again makes people strong. Okay, and I don't know, had I not seen that tough times, my life could have gone in a different trajectory. I'm just telling ki blessing will come no matter how tough your life gets, and you never know, your future will shape because you chose to make right decisions in these tough times. You did not choose to give up and run away. Problems को face करना सीखो. Face your fears, face your problems, because it will mold your future. Okay, so at that time, no financial support, nothing, education not done, sister's marriage not done, and nothing basically. Abhi kya kare? Okay, my elder brother started working within 10,000 salary, supporting family, supporting my hostel fee and my education, my jo bhi education amounts, and something, lot of drama happened, struggling times. Okay, and then what happened? College time pay, I got a responsibility at 10,000. How can my brother support? I should do something at that time. So along with my education, I started doing some kind of trainings, courses, this, that during my college times. Okay, made me responsible how important it is to be valuable and give value to the world, because then only you can get something back in reward. Okay, and started doing all that right from the college days. Had I not got those situations, life would have been different. Okay, life बहुत chill होती. But I'm just, when looking back, tough times make you stronger. Okay, so faced that, dealt with that, and then life was like, okay, Tausif, you have reached to a certain level. Let me give you more challenges. Problems will not go away. And then more challenges. Education completed. Now job lena hai. And at that time, 2010 time, there also 28, 2009 recession was there. People were that time also not getting jobs. And by the time 2010 came, slowly the market was recovering. Again, 6 months struggle, 1 year struggle. Nahi lag raha tha job, nahi lag raha tha. It was a tough time. Literally, I gave up. I was like, kya karenge life mein? Tough times. It comes. Now it might come, but it is a part of life. Somebody said, knowledge later, that will always help you. Started focusing on knowledge, and that's where growth is the only way forward. Growth is the only way forward. And then I stick with that rule since the past 12 years of my life. If you want to succeed in life, only one way is you have to grow. You have to become your best version at whatever you do every single day of your life. You don't work for anybody. This was my thumb rule right from beginning. I don't work for my company. I don't work for my project. I don't work for my manager. I don't work for my client. I work because I want to work. And whatever I do my best. So if it is my project, if it is my 40-member team, I'm going to give my heart out there to make it a success, because I work for myself. And yes, because I will grow, my project will go, everybody else will get benefited. Company would be happy, clients would be happy, everybody will be happy, my team will be happy. But I never worked for them. I worked because it is my project and it has to work. Take that responsibility for your task. It's not required for your manager to come and tell you something. You do your role because you want to do it. It is your life. And then you demand success from your life. You demand money from your life by actually becoming somebody. Okay, so first become somebody, work for yourself, have the right mindset. The world will reward you if you are actually worthy enough. So become valuable and add value to the world. Okay, so develop that worth. The life will give opportunities and rewards. This is what I would like to say. And nobody else is coming. Your life, nobody tells you to do this. You have to realize and you have to do it. And this world is, success will not come for excuse giving people. It just will not. You might blame, you might complain, you might point fingers at others, but in the end, success will not come to you if you are keeping that negative attitude towards life. Okay? It comes to those who take ownership. Meri life hai, I will fix it. Those who stand up, face problems, I will do it. It's my job, and I don't need anybody to tell me how to do it. I will give my best shot. Nahi aata hai, I'll ask people. That's the approach. Growth is the only way forward. Remember that till the time you die. There is no other secret for success. Keep constantly growing and giving the best at what you do. The world will reward you like anything. Okay? Chalo, thank you all and have a nice day. I'll share the quick attendance before the day closure. So dekhte hai, who did the 20 out of 20, and I'll share a report later on about this. Okay? Okay, so everybody, finally the season ends. Okay, so chalo, let me just share the link and make your life count, guys. Make your life count. It's a one-time gift given. Your career is part of this beautiful life that you have. So make it count. Okay, code for today is, and all the guys who have attended the top count of the sessions, I will be issuing a certificate. I will be adding you to an inner circle group where we will do some more customized workshops. I'm still coming up with plans for that, but just be part of the inner circle where we will do some more coaching. Okay? So everybody, chalo, mark the attendance and see you guys 5th December and have a fantastic life, everybody. Chalo, copy the link, everyone. Copy the link, copy the link. Keep growing, keep growing. One life, that's it. Make it count. Make it count, people. And we are all capable. We are all smart. Application wise, we have to grow. Okay? So chalo, guys. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye, 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 bye.